What are their thoughts about you? And what do they most like about you? Hi, beautiful soul. I'm Mystic Mia Moksha, and thank you for joining me here on Mostly in the Moment for another Love Pick a Card reading. We're looking at their thoughts about you and what they like most about you, your personality, your relationships, how you treated them, and then we have Spirit's message at the end for what's happening for you in your life right now. So all these pick a card readings are timeless, but during the time I post this specific reading, for a very limited time only, I have a special going on with personal love readings. They are very short readings because I want to give them out for a very low price to make them more available to everyone. For if you would like to check in with your love energies. There are 2 readings available. One is if you have a specific person in mind, and the second is for your next romantic love relationship. So if you would like to check in with your love energies, I think this was a really good way to do that. I have the link for that in the description below. It's on my website under personal readings. So with that, I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3 with the rose quartz. What are their thoughts about you, and what do they like most about you? So let's see what they like about you. Lilac, first emotions of love. You might have been their first love, or the person that they figured out what love actually means, what true love actually is, to feel a real connection with someone. I don't know if they really believed in love or really thought that they would find love in this lifetime. They might have confused love with affection a little bit, or just someone that you have a lot of caring feelings for. Not until they met you did they really understand love for the first time. Or you could have been their first love. This could be someone you've known since you were younger. Okay. Justice card. It's going to be hard to top you, they're saying, because the Justice card came out in reverse. I kind of have this feeling of you were kind of really perfect. You were fair, balanced, really good looking, but really fun and interesting to talk to. Smart in only the ways that you can be smart in. Just a very well-rounded individual. Someone that this person's wow, this person is perfect. How am I going to find someone that beats them? I can't. It's going to be either very difficult or I'm not going to. So whether you're with this person or not, they definitely know it's going to be nearly impossible to, top you, if that is even possible. And they think about that often, that you're someone that no one else could beat in their life, and they know it. This is a love that's been seared into their hearts. Okay, so what they like about how you are in relationships. What's your honest truth? I get this feeling that they liked you asking them about the truth a lot. Some other couples might find it invasive, but they didn't. They liked that you came to them and asked them about the truth first. Whatever anyone else is saying, you always asked them first, or you always checked with them first. Even if it's just a situation where, you two are kind of deciding on something, should we go with this sofa or that sofa? You always ask them a follow-up question. It's oh, I kind of like this one, but if you like that one, I can go along with that. It's no, why do you like this one? And, they're oh, they actually care what I think and why, my opinion matters. It's oh, yeah, well, I kind of have back issues when I have too soft of a sofa, so I kind of like something a little more firm. And you take in their truth, their experience, their opinions, and consider it. They love that about you. Let's see. Camera guy. Eight of Rings, Eight of Pentacles. They feel like when they're around you that they're just with like a walking, talking personality, like TV personality. You have this way of living life that's just, I don't know, they feel like they're in your movie. You know, they're in your world. There's never like a real dull moment, whether times are sad and tough or very hopeful and funny and awesome. Like, it really feels like you know you're the main character of your life. You know, you definitely bring life into every moment. And that's highlighted even more when you're in a relationship with someone. Like, even with your friends and your family and your coworkers, like, you still have that kind of same attitude where you're living life as if you're the main character. Like, to the best of your ability. To be, like, your truest self outwardly. I'm also getting, like, you should have a camera on you. Like, you should have a show. Like, you'd be fun to like for people to kind of like follow around and like watch. You just have that adventurous personality. Explore things. You're interested in things. It's never a dull moment with you, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so what did they like about how you treated them? I look for you everywhere. Yeah, see? Because that's the energy I got. Like, I was like, there's no one that can ever beat you in terms of a romantic love interest for them, because you're just so perfect to them all around. Yeah, because for some of you, I'm getting like you two might have kind of like might not be together anymore. Or, yeah. And so they see you everywhere. They compare everyone to you. They're reminded of you, like when they're, I don't know, just like skipping rocks or something like that. Like they're reminded of that time of doing that with you, and how it wasn't as much fun doing it alone or with these other friends or people. Like, with you is the time that they remember this kind of seemingly insignificant memory of skipping rocks with. When they think about going to this like specific restaurant, they might have gone there with their friends and their family and their coworkers, but the times they remember the most are the times they went to that restaurant with you, because that was the most fun and eventful and meaningful. Even if you are with this person right now, like, I'm getting, they still feel this way about you. Nine of Wands. They kind of feel like you set them up for like a difficult challenge in life, in love, because they know they're not going to be able to find someone like you ever again. And so you're challenging them, your energy is challenging them to kind of up their game, you know, to be with you or to be with someone like you. So you really threw down the gauntlet with them, and they're like, yeah, like, it was amazing to know you and to get to be with you and all that, but you really gave me the challenge of a lifetime and the motivation for it to get through that challenge. All right, so what is Spirit's message for you? Attraction. And it came out in reverse, so I'm getting that be prepared to receive a lot of eyes on you. Like, I feel like you're going to get a lot of attention and you're going to be attracting a lot of people. Especially if this upcoming spring and summer season, this is a timeless reading. So whenever that is for you, like, Spirit is saying, like, be prepared. This mating season, it's on. Like, people are eyeing you and gunning for you. So it's a little heads up from Spirit, because I do feel like for most of you watching this pile, you are single by choice at this time. Even if this person left you a while ago, like, now it's kind of like, no, you're choosing to not be with that person. yeah, because I feel like this person really knows what they lost, and they might want you back, but you're kind of no longer in that space or that energy. Or if you're with this person now, like, they see your value every day, and that's going to be something difficult for them to kind of deal with unless they're level up themselves, because you are not going to stop getting attention from those that are wanting for your attention, maybe not just in love, but like in work and in friendships, and with the camera here for your wisdom, your knowledge, your looks, your personality. Like, people want you for a lot of reasons, and so it's a huge wake-up call for this person to kind of level up, whether they're with you right now or not. But this is Spirit's message for you. We got the Page of Coins. Okay, you're setting this new foundation up for yourself where you're going to be getting more opportunities your way. Not just romantically, even though this is a love reading, I'm getting in like all ways. You're getting more opportunities. You've set yourself up for this new kind of life where the first step is to, like, the first step in building the foundation to this new life, or one of the first steps, is to be okay with getting that much attention, being in the limelight, to have your talents, wisdom, and skills be put on like a stage, and to get comfortable with that kind of attention and attracting that many opportunities and potential suitors, and just people who want different things from you. So I feel like Spirit is kind of giving you a heads up. Like, that's probably why you're getting reminded with this person's energy right now of how valuable you are. And this is not the first person who's going to feel like you're perfection. I wish, I was at your level. I wish I could have done more back then. Because, yeah, there's more coming. So this is just like one drop of the many pebbles coming your way, causing ripples in your life. Yeah, just so many people. Get ready, pile 3. All right, so pile 3, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, I would love a like or comment with the words pile 3 in the comments to let me know that you chose this pile. Also, if you have a very limited time special going on at the time I post this reading, and it's for love readings. There's 2 different kinds, for if you have a person in mind or if you have a new person that you're looking forward to. And it's just a way, it's my way of giving back, because I don't usually do readings for this short time frame and for this low a price. But it's just a way for, if you have good questions about your romantic life and you want to get kind of like a feel for where you're at, it's a great reading for that. So if you want to check that out, it's on my website, the link for which is below in the description. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 8 with the Ocean Jasper. We're looking at their thoughts about you and what they most like about you. So what do they most like about you? Violet. Faithfulness and modesty. And it came out in reverse. I'm getting like Lady in the Streets, Freaking the Bread kind of energy, where it's like you have such pure divine energies in your aura. You are very kind, you're passionate, you're loving, and you don't like play games, with people. You tell them the truth. You don't know why people lie. You don't know why people are unfaithful and cheat. Like, you don't know why people don't like behave properly or dress properly in a situation where that's not called for. Like, I feel like you have really high moral standards, and they love that about you. But when it's just the two of you, you two can throw out such raunchy, like really raunchy jokes at each other, or talk about really like dark topics, or and really have can have really really like dirty talk in the bedroom. So they love that, like, you're beautiful inside and out, and they feel like they can bring you anywhere. They're so proud of you. They can bring you to see their friends or their family, to visit your family, to go to any workplace, bring you to a work event, and you do them so proud. You know, like, oh, that's my pile 8. Like, they always say the right perfect things. Like, they like laugh at their mistakes. They're funny. They're not so serious, but they can talk about like important topics. Like, you have a really good presence, and they like to show you off. But they love that, like, just because you know how to act professional and appropriate doesn't mean that you have to be that way behind closed doors, you know? And you're not judgmental. You're, you know, again, you're very kind and pure, but like, you're a real person too. You just know when to like act a certain way, you know, behave a certain way. They love that. They love that about you. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. They love that you have like different sides of you. You have a side of you that can be a little bit more posh, you know, like the finer things in life, you know, like it's like, let's go splurge a little bit today, you know. You have a side of you that's more intellectual, that's more goal oriented, goal driven, and just like gets things done, super organized and all that. And then you might have another side of you that's just very devil may care, just fun. Let's just do whatever we feel like doing right now. Let's, you know, it's in the name of fun, you know. And like you have all these like different sides of you, and it just keeps things interesting because you're so you don't hide the fact that you're you and that you have all these sides to you. Like, it's like the spice of life I'm getting. It's like what gives life its color, and I feel like you're so colorful because of that, and like all the positive ways, because you're not afraid to shine in all your ways. Like, there's like all these sides of you, like, you shine in, and I think it's because you haven't like hid them, or you've taken the time to kind of express all those different sides of you more, so it shines brighter. So even if you're more serious, it's like the more healed, productive serious. Or it's like if you're in that like really fun, carefree place, like, you know how to be fun and carefree without like hurting other people around you, and like not hurting yourself, things like that. Like, you kind of evolved these parts of you, and that's why you shine so brightly in so many different colors. And your person, it's like so interesting. I'm like having a hard time describing this because I'm like, I haven't really heard this before, but I feel like your person can see this about you. What's throwing me off here is that I keep seeing violets, and I've only seen the color of violets, like the color of violet of the flower violet, and I'm seeing yellow violets here, and it's like throwing me off. I don't know if you have a name that has to do with a flower name, or the name of a color, or if like that's something important to you, like a name of a pet, or a name of something important in your life. Like if a specific color name means something to you, or a specific flower name means something to you. Anyway, yeah, the fact that your person kind of openly accepts all these sides of you really shows how complex they are as well in their understanding of you. They really like took the time to understand you and love you, like all the sides of you. This person like really took the time to know you deeply. Okay, so what do they like about how you are in relationships? Raw intentions came out in reverse. You have a lot of ideas, and I feel like you're the kind of person who likes to take action on your ideas immediately, more often than not. And this, again, with the spice of life kind of idea, the colors and everything, like, it keeps life really interesting. I feel like you've learned how to harness that raw intention, that fire within you. I'm just gonna throw this out here, but like some kind of like a little bit of a scatterbrain energy here. Someone who's a thinker, very creative. Yeah, very creative, very adventurous. I kept hearing like, if I don't do it now, I won't do it later, or I'll forget about it later, something like that. So I feel like in terms of relationships, your person loves that, like, if something is the matter, if something is an issue, you talk about it right away. You're like, let's do this now, otherwise it's just gonna build and build, and then we'll be fighting in a week from now, and we don't want to do that before our vacation. So let's hash this out now or something. And also in positive ways, like if your person probably, it's like, oh, if they had an idea to, I don't know, go to the park or go for a quick walk or check out a movie, and like they're trying to be spontaneous, like you're always supportive. You're always willing to play ball, and like you get excited that your person is excited, and they love that about you, because when someone's in like our energy and they're really hyped about something or excited about something, or really want to do something in that moment, and you have a partner that's like, yeah, let's do that, that means like the world to people. It just, not everyone's so lucky to get that, and that's how they feel about you. Wow, this person really, like, you must have been with them for a very long time. A lot of you are still with your person. Okay. What else about relationships? Yeah, in the moment. Okay, so we got the 9, and then we got the 22 here, and the 1. Okay. It's not, I'm getting Alpha and Omega, because we get the 1, and then we get the 9, and then we get the builder number 22. Like, you're someone who starts big projects and finishes big projects. You see things through from beginning to end, and these are like big, like, lifetime passion project, biggest dream you have, big even physical projects. Like, you're someone who gets things done. I feel like some of you are married to this person, or they have intentions to marry you, because they can see you being someone that will carry out many big projects, goals, and dreams with them. They see that in you, which is a really big thing to see in someone else, because I feel like some people just jump into relationships without really knowing, is this person going to be able to support my dreams and goals, and am I going to be able to support theirs? I feel like this person knows without a doubt. Like, so this person really deeply knows you. Okay, so what they think about how you treated them. You speak to me through music. And it came out in reverse. So I feel like you openly tell them how you feel about them all the time, like positively, even if it's just by like with a compliment, or it's like, oh, I really love how you did this, like how you solve this problem or how you fix this shelf or something. Like, oh, that was really creative. Like, they really, like, it's music to their ears how you notice little things that they've accomplished, or that you make them feel proud about. You know, it's like, oh, I really like what you're doing with your hair. Oh, I noticed that you wore those shoes with the same, trousers last time, and that's a really good match. Like, I like that. Like, you notice little things like that, and they makes them really feel really appreciated. This is a really good connection. My heart is like about to like burst open here because it's like, this is a little too much. This is too sweet. Okay, Queen of Wands in reverse. They don't even look at anyone else. Like, there can be like the hottest person right in front of their face and they will look right through them, right to you, you know? And you could be looking shabby that day, but you smile and that's all they see. Like, no one else in the world compares to you. They'll never find anyone else as attractive as you. Like, by miles. Yeah, you're extremely beautiful to them. Extremely beautiful. Okay. And let's see Spirit's message for you. Sister. I'm getting this energy of they love being creative with you. And they love being like childish with you. And that's the kind of energy I got in the beginning. It's like, yeah, like you can be like an adult out there. You can be responsible. You're really good at that kind of stuff. You wear a lot of hats, but you wear the right hat at the right times and places. But when it's just the two of you, or just like you two and your family that you've created, or your friend groups, or just with each other's families, like you're such a blessing. You're so wonderful to hang around because you're just free flowing love energy, and you don't care like how goofy you are or how silly you might act or how stupid what you just said might have sounded like, how childish that activity might be, or how rude that joke was, or how dark that comment was, or that line of thought, or whatever. It's just it's like they get to see the real raw side of you. And I feel like a lot of people enjoy it, like the people that you two kind of hang around, like when you two are hanging around each other but also hanging around other people that you want to hang around with. That side of you really comes out. Train whistle, which is extra confirmation that, yeah, you in fact are beloved by so many in your close circle. It'd be nice for more people to kind of take the time to understand you, because I feel like it would allow people just to be their true self even more. Like, that's the kind of power you have. Okay, last card. The Emperor. Yeah, like as I was talking about power, like you have this incredible power to lead, to be an example, to pave the path to a better world just by being you. Like, I don't know, you probably do know, but I don't know if you understand how much power you carry, personal power, and how big an influence you are on everyone close to in your life. Like, you are doing divine work. Like, you are living your life purpose by just being you. So incredibly power. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you end up being like a CEO, or if you end up leading like a local charity or nonprofit, or if you're just like, the leader of your family or something like that, or your friend group or some sort of organization, because I feel like you have such good leadership qualities, but like you rather not. And that's like the best leaders, like those that like have the best leadership quality but don't want to be because of, you know, how corrupt people can get with their power, and also how much time it takes away from focusing on the things that you love, like your family and your life. So pile 8, this is such a beautiful reading. If you resonated, I really appreciate a comment saying pile 8, or leaving a like. That'd be very appreciated. This is a timeless reading, but during the time that I post this reading, I have a very, very limited time love special going on, love reading special for personal readings. And I have 2 different kinds, one for if you're thinking about a specific person, and one if you're looking for a new person in love. And I never do a reading that's that short, but I did it so it can be a lower price, so you can, look into the energies and just do a little checkup if you would like. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 33 with the Amethyst. We're looking at their thoughts about you and what they like about you the most. So let's start with just that. Like, what do they like about you the most? Tulip, friendship and gratitude. And it came out in reverse, so I'm getting this kind of energy of, if you two were friends first, it was a fast friendship. Like, it quickly led into something more romantic very, very quickly. But also, the way that you treat your friends and the way you talk about them, they absolutely love about you. In fact, I feel like you're someone who has a lot of friends, or could have a lot of friends if you wanted to, because I feel like anyone would be lucky to be your friend. I'm hearing from your person. Like, anyone would be lucky to be friends with you, pile 33, and be grateful for it, because you are someone who really understands people, takes the time to hear people, has genuine love and care for others, and know exactly the right things to say, or the right things to do, or the right way to nurture someone or support someone. Like, you have all these like beautiful qualities of a very strong feminine energy, healed feminine energy, whether you're male or female. And it's just kind of like, that's what attracts a lot of friends to you, because they see that, like, the quality of a person you are, the quality of having someone like you in their life is like. And so I'm getting that you might have attracted a lot of people who might have been abusing that kind of energy from you. And I that's why I'm getting kind of like, oh, you can have a lot of friends, but I feel like you've learned your lessons with people who take too much energy from you. But I do feel like you have a lot of friends, or will soon, that kind of give and take as equally as much as you. Okay, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Okay, so both these cards coming out in reverse, I'm getting like, okay, yeah, you're entering this kind of phase. So even if you have good friends now, I am sensing an energy of making stronger, better bonded like bonds with new friends. I'm trying to choose my words carefully, because there's a lot of people who might get upset with that comment, but yeah, I do feel like you have friends coming through very near future, like now until like the next like few weeks or so, that add to your life in so many ways than just one. Because I feel like right now you might have someone who does give you equal give and take, but I don't know if you've ever been in a friend group where they give you so much more than you give. And it's not because of there's not an equal give and take. It's just because of the quality of friendships, quality of bonds, and the quality of each of their like skills and knowledge. And like, I feel like that some of them are going to even be able to give you like find a better job for you, or get you better pay at your current job, or, you know, help you out in so many different ways, in your health, in your home, in your relationship with family members, or with your partner. It might even hook you up with a new partner if you're single. Like, you know, like, these friends are going to be like above and beyond. This person might even be from that friend group, or might be someone that wishes to be in that friend group. Yeah, because this person wishes that they stayed. If this is someone you're no longer with, they wish they could have stayed friends with you, or wish that they can be your friends. But I feel like you're moving on and upward, and you don't have time to kind of tend to every acquaintance, you know, in your life or something, which is a huge sign that you're leveling up. Like, when you don't have space in your life for things that you even kind of like, or actually do really have a lot of gratitude and love for, that's when you know you're like going to like a really next level kind of situation, and not just friendship and love, but in everything in life. So pile 33. And if you are still with this person, then, like, you know, this friendship group that you're meeting, it could be like soul family, or it could be just like new coworkers or something, or like rekindled friendships, or rekindled like relationships with family. But for most of you, it's gonna be like new friends, like-minded friends. They're gonna kind of make your person wish they were part of that group, or had friends like that they were like-minded with. So this is like your person really kind of bowing down at how much value you give, not just your love relationship, but all relationships, that you're like, if there's someone in my life, they mean a lot to me. Whether they're my partner, or they're my friend, or they're my mentor or teacher or student, like, they are in my life, and I'm going to show them what that means. To be in my life means something, you know? Like, I feel like you have that kind of power. Okay. What do they like about you in terms of relationships? Manifesting and doing. Yeah, you're a go-getter. Pile 33, you get things done. Like, you are a leader, whether you want to be or not. Like, people follow you. And so it's kind of, you might be kind of at that place where it's kind of like, you need to be among your own. And that's not saying that, like, people's lives are not equal. Like, yeah, your soul's value is equal to my soul's value and everyone else's, right? But based on merit, people are not equal. You know, there's people who get out there and do the hard work, or take the time to learn something, or heal and grow, or become a better version of themselves, to go after their biggest dreams, and, you know, kind of that kind of thing. So it feels like you need to be amongst your own sometimes, pile 33. And that's why it's like, oh no, you're gonna still have your friendships that you have now, but it's time that we kind of bring in the cavalry. Like, you need to be amongst other kings and queens, you know, just so you can, like, do the kind of inner work on that level. So I wouldn't be surprised, pile 33, if this person is just kind of looking on to you and your life, and just kind of like awestruck, because there aren't that many people like you. You know when someone's like special and rare, you know? Wow. Okay, so what about relationships, though? We're talking about like we're getting carried away by like how amazing you are. Okay, King of Rings, jeweler, yeah. It's gonna be a very special person that puts a ring on your finger, or that you give a ring to, because, like, oh wow, file 33. I'm getting overwhelmed by your energies right now. This is someone who's going to be have to be on par with your power, and how powerful your manifestations are. I'm getting stuck here because it's just, I'm getting so much energy about like how big your energy is. It's kind of amazing. It's awe-inspiring. But yeah, you kind of probably know, like, to to settle down with someone or to settle down with someone again, like, they need to be on your level. And if you are with your person, pile 33, that you're thinking of for this pile, like, then they are that person who is on your level, and you two are kind of coming into this like soul family, like this new level in your life, or you're meeting other soul family, others like soul family couples that are on your level. Wow. Okay, so let's see what they like about how you treated them. I wish I could share my good news with you. I do feel like for most of you, though, this is someone who you might still be friends with. Maybe you're in a connection with them now. Or someone that you kind of never really like burned bridges with, or you had no reason to kind of like, it just kind of faded out, or the connection, or you still talk to them once in a while, or things didn't really go anywhere, so but it's never, they never really stepped up, or you never really stepped up. So I feel like this person is kind of like in the wings waiting to kind of tell you something, and I'm getting this image of you just being like crowded by people, like photographers and reporters in this very important building, and they're kind of like further away, just kind of watching you be crowded and being like, oh, I like want to tell them about my life, but or this big important thing that happened, but it seems like they're so important and they have so many other things to do that they don't have time for me anymore. It's kind of sad, a little bit sad, because they're looking onto you, like they're proud of you and they're happy for you, but they miss their friend and they miss their person. 33. The Hanged Man, yeah. Like, I feel like this person has been waiting for you, or they feel like they need to wait for you now. They might feel like they might be waiting for you forever. Yeah, there's a lot of waiting energy on their side. Oh, it's a little sad, but it's like kind of, I don't know. Things happen in life, right? You gotta move forward. You can't stay where you are for someone else. You gotta live your life. Okay, so, and if that's them, that's great. But I think for most of you, it's not them. Okay, so a spirit's message. Beauty, okay. I do feel like you are very, very good looking, beautiful inside and out. Your energy radiates. You can affect a whole room. You can affect a whole concert hall, auditorium, like a huge venue. Like, you can affect the energy of like a pretty decent size area, and that's a lot of people. And that's how strong and powerful you are. There's this story about like how how leaders get the energy of the people that they're leading. So, for example, back in the day, like caveman times, like there'd be like a group of men who would go like out hunting, right? It's like very dangerous. There's these like very dangerous animals that they're like, when they go out hunting, they might come across, or they're, and then they have like sticks, and each other, the men in the group, and it's kind of like the tribe would give their hopes and well wishes and love to their leaders, to their hunters, because they would have to go out and like defend their tribe, defend their group, their families. And so there's this like energy transference that goes into leaders, because you want to hope and wish and that they fight off the bad energies and come home unscathed, healthy, and possibly with some food and sustenance. So yeah, I got that kind of energy where like I don't know if you know this pile 33 or not, but you're getting a lot of that energy. Like there's people that you help or defend or protect or lead. um I think most of you know this, but some of you don't, and that's why you have that much energy in your field. That's why you can affect so many people. As like you know, most people's auras are like what, like 6 feet, right? That's why we had like during those times between 2020 and 2023 where you had to stay 6 feet away from each other. Is because of that, because being in others energy fields, like you pick up on how they feel, and you can maybe pick up on what they're thinking, and pick up on their heart energies and intentions and everything. So and there's something about like you merge with people's energies when you're like in their auric field, like, you know, you become like one with them. You become more closer in that way energetically. So anyway, you have a lot of beauty, and I feel like you're gonna go through like more glow up, like a bigger glow up moment. I saw this title for a YouTube video that I just saw like right before sitting down for this. Like I was just like skimming through, and it was like how my glow up ruined my life or something like that. And it was just kind of like, if you're not ready for that big of energy, like for example, if you were just trying to kind of get by on like a small apartment, and then you kind of get like a huge mansion, I don't know how, like just magically, and you're not prepared for the energy of that huge mansion, you'll mess it up, you'll F it up, and you'll lose it, and you'll, you know, be worse off than you were because you're taking on bigger energy than you're ready for. So if you go through like a huge glow up, but you're not ready for that like kind of attention, or you don't know how to handle it, or you don't know yourself well enough, or what your life purpose is, like you're not going to be able to handle that big of an energy, that big of a glow up. So I feel like this is another message from spirit, that like be ready for like a major glow up, but this time you're going to be able to handle it. And this is going to be like, you're not going to believe how good you look, how good you feel, how healthy you are. You're on top of your game. You're going to be better. You're feeling better now than you do when you were a kid, and, you know, have a really healthy body. Like, you're going to be feeling incredible, look incredible, and you're going to look better than you ever thought you would. And you're going to be able to handle it and use it for good. And last message here, King of Swords. Yeah, you have something to say, and people want to hear what you have to say. You have accrued a lot of wisdom, and not only that, but you've learned how to speak to your crowd. So this pile 33, like you are a very experienced soul. You're not just an old school soul, but like you have went through a lot of experiences in this lifetime. Because I'm getting this like, yeah, definitely with the 33, like a mastery energy, but just kind of like, you know it. Not only do you have like the wisdom from experiences from this lifetime and other lifetimes, but you have the practice and the skills of communicating that wisdom to others, to people from all walks of life, all parts of the world. Like it goes beyond just knowing things, you know. No, you've experienced things, like very difficult things. You've learned very specific information. You pursued things that no one else has, or not in the way that you have. It's very unique to you and your life purpose. Like you're a very, very unique soul, pile 33. I hope you know that. I think you do. Very rare. All right. So I, started this as a love reading, but it ended up just being like a you reading. But if you enjoy this reading, pile 33, or resonated with it, I really appreciate it. Like a comment. I love if you left pile 33 in the comments. So it lets me know that you chose this pile. It helps me with future readings. And this is a timeless reading, but around the time that I post this, I have, for a very, very limited time, a special going on with my personal love readings. And they're at a very low price because I'm doing it for a very, very short time frame. And I never usually do readings that short, but I thought it'd be a really good way for people to kind of check in with their love life. I have 2 different readings, one for if you're thinking of a specific person, and one if you are thinking of a new person coming into your life, into your love life. And so yeah, I definitely check that out if you just want a little check-in. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 88, the Lepidolite. We're looking at their thoughts about you and what they like most about you. Let's see what they most like about you first. Anticipation. You might really love surprises, and they love surprising you with surprises. And like everything is a surprise for you. Like you get excited at, you know, if they happen to have your favorite flavor of ice cream or something, or you know, if you find like $1 on the floor or something, like you get excited about like the smallest things. And it's even more exciting to see you get excited over big things, like when something finally comes through, you know, finally get that promotion or you get that whatever accomplishment. Like it's always fun living life through your eyes because you seem to get excited about a lot of things. Everything's a little surprise, you know. It's like I'm getting this kind of thing where it's like you might be like, oh, like I have a surprise for you, and then they get all excited. It's like, oh, what? And then you like hold out your hand, and they hold out their hand, and you like open up your hands in front of in their hands, and they're like, oh, that's an acorn or like a pine cone, and you're like, yeah, and that's so cute. It's the smallest one I've ever seen, or something like that. Like I feel like, it's like it's fun being around someone who's always like happy and excited about things and makes like just even the smallest moments like precious. Yeah, they love that about you. 9 of Swords in reverse. This is a little bit deep because like we're juxtapositioning it to like this very light, carefree, happy, in the moment, spontaneous, get excited about little things kind of energy, right? And it's juxtaposed to this kind of 9 of Swords that came out in reverse. And I'm also getting you also have very, very tough times, like everyone does, right? Like bouts of depression, upset about something, don't know how you're going to get through something, don't know how you're going to solve something, just going through a difficult time, grief or confusion, whatever. Like everyone goes through difficult times, right? More often than everyone else thinks. Like everyone has bad days a lot. People have times where they're just like, what am I doing with my life? What is going on with my career? What is going on in this relationship? Like more often than people think, like way more often than people think. And so what they can see from you is that even when you're going through a very difficult time, and like with the 9 of Swords here, I'm getting like you've gone through some difficult things that like more normal people, not normal people, but like a lot of people would not be able to kind of understand that amount of darkness or suffering or difficulty in life. But you went through it, and you can get yourself out of it, and that's very impressive to your person, pile 88, because it's like how can this person still be a ray of sunshine when they've been through all of that? You know, like what excuse does anyone else have? What excuse do I have, or all these other friends or neighbors or, you know, folks that like complain about these things? Like what you go through or what you have been through or how dark and deep you've been, and then pull yourself out, and then still like not be cynical and not want to like be completely self-centered and still very kind and pure, and like choose to live life very like optimistically or excited by little moments. Like that is a powerful soul there. That's a powerful soul. So your person really sees you as like a human being, like someone who goes through so many different complex emotions, very, like, not professionally, but elegantly. Like, you have such elegance into how you handle emotions. You might be a sensitive. I was watching this documentary on sensitive people on Gaia, and they said that 20% of the population is sensitive, meaning you're more empathic and you feel emotions stronger, positive or negative. And yeah, you've become so elegant in the way that you deal with emotions and see life. Wow. Okay, so what do they like about how you are in relationships? You are living poetry. There's something very sing-songy about you. I don't know if you've been in drama club or something, or if you like singing a lot, or if you're like kind of, the movements you make are very like dancey or very poised. I don't know, the way you move is just kind of it's like you're in the flow. You might have a really beautiful way of speaking or explaining things. Like, I feel like you have a way with words, for sure. And expressing yourself. You have a beautiful way of expressing yourself in the way that you move, your movements, dancing, singing, the words that you choose, the ideas, the concepts that you choose. Very beautiful. If you've not been in the drama club, you can be very bohemian or very airy fairy. These might be words that people have described you as, or very empathic, very sensitive, very unique, very spiritual, close to nature. Yeah, all these kinds of things. Reminiscence of other times or something like that. What else about in relationships? The end. This is the death card. A part of having such strong emotional capabilities is life is a little bit dramatic, you know. it's comes with the package, you know. Life might be very interesting and adventurous and fun with you, but you can also be a little bit theatrical. And sometimes it's just because you can just tell someone like, oh, I'm not feeling so great today. Or you can be like, you can express it in the wildest ways. Like, I don't know. I'm getting like a really good storyteller. Like, if someone asks you one question, you're not going to get a one sentence answer. Like, you're going to get like the full story. Like, if someone asks you like, oh, so how was your day? You're like, well, and then you like go off on this like huge tangent. But again, you're very poetic and you're someone who is like a really good storyteller. And so you can always bring it back to a central theme, a central idea. You could be a good like writer. I heard novelist. You might like reading a lot, watching TV dramas. Yeah. But they also kind of like this about you because you do keep life interesting. You keep them on their toes for sure. I feel like this person, if you're continuing to be with this person, if they continue to be with you, like you two are already in a relationship, like they're learning this about you. They're like, oh, okay. When she or he kind of like gives me an ultimatum or kind of walks away or kind of like says a dramatic statement like that, they just need some time to cool off, or they just need a second to kind of figure out where that's coming from, or they're just like venting and then they're going to have to organize their thoughts. Like they're learning so much about you. They're like realizing that like what you say isn't always actually what you mean, or what you do isn't what you actually meant. Like things like that, you know? You're deeply complex, flawed human being, and so aren't we all, you know? And they appreciate this all about like within you, because it like I'm getting this like beautiful fabric kind of representing your life, and it's just kind of like you don't get a beautiful tapestry of a life like this, you know, without having this complexity to you. Okay, so what are they like? What do they like about how you treated them? I left when I saw you with someone else. Yeah, okay. So the end with someone like leaving with their luggage. I feel like this was a very dramatic and chaotic connection. If you two were together or were on and off for like a very long time, or if you guys met when you were young, or if you guys met when you were like unhealed or immature, or haven't like kind of grown into your potential or figured out who you want to be or your life purpose yet. Like I feel like this person and you go like way back, and there's been a lot of chaos and drama and fights and making up and, you know, that kind of energy. You know, for some of you that picked this pile, it's going to be like a mild version of that. But for most of you, it's like, you know, it is what it was. Like, it was what it was, you know. You call it how you see it kind of thing. You know, it was a chaotic time. But you both kind of love that chaos. Like, when you were in it, if your energy is chaotic, you like a chaotic relationship. If your energy is more balanced and you're more at peace with yourself and your life, then your relationships are gonna, you know, reflect that as well. Or the relationship that you want or need to be in currently. So I feel like this is kind of like, I feel like both of you are reminiscing together. So I don't know if you bumped into this person recently, or if you two are kind of parting ways for the last time, or, you know, choosing not to go through a romantic relationship again, or both of you are deciding that like you want to take some time to kind of get your stuff together, or maybe you two finally date, like very like 1, 2, 3 people like that both of you got your stuff together. You know who you are now, and you're better at, you know, you're better than you were then, and both of you are a good place to give us another shot. But that's like 2 people, 3 max. But I feel like for most of you, this is kind of like closing a chapter. And even if you closed this chapter a while ago, like this is kind of like, it's coming up for both of you to review again for a specific reason. See, yeah, see, they're thinking about it too. The 9 of Swords with the 4 of Swords right here in reverse. I do feel like your thoughts are being heard by the other person. So I don't know if you two kind of like bumped into each other, or kind of going through a closure moment like together, or like individually together. Like maybe I feel like you two are connected, like linked. There's this like saying that like you hear your ex's thoughts better after you two kind of break up, and even better so if you kind of remain friends for a little bit, because the energy is kind of not being held back by your anger towards each other, and like all the difficult energies between the two of you. And because you're at a friends level, but you two have been connected energetically for such a long time, you can hear each other's thoughts better. So that's the kind of energy I'm getting. Like you two are kind of revisiting each other's energy, and it's at a place where you're like recognizing the other person's value and who they really are, and loving them for that, holding like more unconditional love and space for them, and like, you know, appreciating them for what they brought to you. I I feel like the both of you have been waiting for the day where you can kind of just like talk or just come get closure, or to kind of like just be in a good place with each other, or just, you know, whether you're actually talking to them or this is kind of something you're doing by yourself and they're doing by themselves. But you two are definitely telepathically talking, for sure. Because you both release the resistance and it's more on friendly terms. And you two have been in each other's energies enough and recently enough, even if it's been years or several years, like that's recent enough. Depends on how long you two were in each other's energies. Because again, like, I forget what pile I was mentioning, but like, if you're within 6 feet of someone, you kind of merge your energy with theirs. So like, depending on how often you're with that person, like how long you're with that person and that person's energy, like your energies might merge a lot. It does dissipate over time, but like, especially if you release the resistance with each other and it's more on friendly terms, you two are going to be telepathically talking like crazy for a while. Or if this is a kind of another cycle to kind of release it, usually if this was such a strong connection, like the next time you get into a relationship and that like maybe you break that off, you might go through a review of all your relationships again, and do another healing process or something like that. Whatever, like, so the healing process and closure process takes sometimes cycles depending on how strong the connection was. So I'm getting strong telepathic communication, and it's just kind of getting clarity, you know, closure. I always tell people that you don't need to talk to your person in person to kind of get closure. You can do it energetically. You can just sit in your room by yourself or in your car or wherever, pacing in the living room, pacing in the backyard, or pacing or like taking like a nature walk or something. Like, I prefer it when you're alone. Most people prefer it when you're alone, unless you're going to like therapy or something. But like, just imagine yourself by yourself, in the bathroom, when you're in the hot tub, or just sitting on your bed or whatever on the couch. Just talk to them as if they're in their room and just say everything you want to say to them. And it might take cycles. It might be every few months or every few few times a year, or, you know, once every couple of years, that you kind of have to like release it and just say everything, depending on how long you're with that person and how much you need it. But you can get closure that way. Sometimes you don't need to hear their truth, you just need to hear your own. Okay, so what's Spirit's message for you? Creativity in reverse. It's kind of popping up this like orangey color for me, the orange and pink colors. I'm getting healing through physical means. I'm getting there's a lot of sexual healing coming through you. So whether you are sexually active or not, like, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of sexual energies being healed in your energies right now. And that's always good, because like, one way to kind of level up in the future is go visit some past stuff and take back your power and heal your energies from back then. So like, if you're healing past sexual energies, and that's like your inner work right now, then like probably you have a really good connection coming up that's going to have healed sexual energy with this next person or your current person. Okay, and then last but not least, 3 of Wands. Yeah. So if you're currently with someone, or you're ready to kind of get back in the game and kind of find your person, pile 88, this is a good sign that like you're on a really good path. It feels like doing physical things with your hands that's creative, or just like, you know, yeah, you're someone who dances or writes or sings or journals or, you know, expresses themselves really well. But Spirit's saying like, maybe like get into your body, like cook good food for yourself, do some gardening or something food related and body related. And also something with, oh yeah, that healing sexual energies, just allowing yourself the space and time to kind of let your body heal and your energies heal that sexual energy from the past. Okay. Because there's so many people, I can't even tell you, like almost everyone that I meet has unhealed sexual energies, and that's why society is the way it is now. It's like I can't go like a day without seeing someone with unhealed sexual energies. It like affects everything that they do. But yeah, you're on a really good path. And if you're currently, this is specifically if you're seeing someone now or about to get into a relationship or meet someone, that is going to be a really good connection. If not, if you've been single for a bit, be single for a little bit longer. If you're with someone right now, it looks like you're going to be with that person for, you know, the foreseeable future. Like things are going good, is what I'm saying. But yeah, whatever healing journey you're on, like you're on the right path. Okay, pile 88. I hope you enjoy the reading. I know this is like a little bit of a different read, but it's like, you know, I always give free range to spirit, like much gratitude for spirit, just bringing through whatever needs to be brought through for the highest and best good of each person that views these readings. So if you resonated with this reading, I'd really appreciate it, like leaving a like or comment, even leaving like pile 88 in the comments, so I know that that this reached the right people and it resonated. And this is a timeless reading, but at the time that I post this, I have a very, very limited time only love reading special going on, a personal love reading, and it's something that is a very short reading, which I normally don't do, just so I can make the price lower, so it's more available for everyone. So you can check in with your love energies if you would like. There's 2 different readings, one for if you have a specific person in mind, and one for if you are looking into a new romantic interest coming in. So it's definitely worth it to kind of check it out if you would like to do that. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.